Good morning. I'm making a video for you because it's a lot easier to explain verbally and through a video than it is through writing. But I just wanted to put this out to you as 7th grade teachers. We have a really important job ahead of us, and the job is to prioritize our curriculum. Who knows what next year will hold? We know we lost a lot of time this year. So Bronson has approved the math department for a few hours of curriculum work over the summer, and what we really first need to do is prioritize what we really need to focus on. What are the minimum skills that our students need? So for this first part of our curriculum work, what we really need to do is identify our priority skills. And I'm going to give you some very simple directions for this. A couple of us took a webinar last week learning about how to identify what really students need to learn. So I'm hoping through this video you'll understand. And I do hope you'll participate, because I think the more people that are involved, the more consensus we can come to. All right, so our step one is to identify priority standards. This is really where we're going with this whole thing. For our summer curriculum work, we want to prioritize the standards. Then, after those are prioritized, we want to identify the essential skills. What do our students need for the next grade level? What do we need? The third step is for us to decide, what do we need our students to know when they come to us? These are the minimums. And then we need to have a vertical alignment discussion. Vertical alignment meaning the discussion with the people below us, the grade level below us, the grade level above us, maybe even several grade levels above and below us. So we do have a really easy format to follow in identifying these priority standards. So let's start there. We used a process called REAL. And what you're doing is you're identifying each of the standards that fit all four of these categories. The first thing we need to look for is readiness. So will the proficiency of this standard provide students with essential knowledge and skills that are necessary for future school success? For the most part, do these students need this skill for next year's success? The next thing is endurance. Basically, to summarize, is this a life skill? Is this something they're going to need for life? For example, percents. Yeah, that's a life skill. Assessment. Is this tested on the New York State test? And then the last thing is leverage. Is this needed in other classes? For example, I know in 8th grade we teach scientific notation. The students don't need it again for years, but in science they do. So it's something we do have to teach. As we go along, I'm giving you some resources to help you with this. The first thing, and by the way, this slideshow is going to be shared with you so you can click these links and open these materials that you're going to need. The first thing is I made a Google form with every single standard. And what you're going to do is, after you read the standard, you're going to click all of the categories it fits into. Is it a readiness skill? Like, do they need it for next year? Is it an endurance skill? Do they need it for life? Is it on the test? Do they need it in other subject areas? All of the standards that meet all four categories are what we are going to consider our priority skills, priority standards. And then the standards that don't fit all four, maybe they fit 3, that's going to be supporting. And if they fit 2, it's like extra. Okay? So as we move along, the first thing you're going to do is open up this Google form. Then, to help you with the assessment category, BOCES has been very good to us and has compiled data for us. And there's a link here. You can see the blue letters that say link. This will open up New York State test data for grades 3 through 12. And what it basically has done is compiled for us 5 years of assessment data. And you can even see here, they've highlighted the blue parts. Those blue standards are the ones that are tested the most, like 5% or more. That will help you check off that category. So the next thing you need to do is open this link in another tab. Once you are all done, and I think we get about an hour and a half to do this, we should meet all together for about an hour to come to consensus. There will be areas that we probably disagree with or haven't thought of, and we each bring a different perspective. I do hope you will do this with us, because I think the more of us that do it, the better. But I have created this video for you and tried to do as much of this as we can remotely. I know you have little children. You have older parents to take care of. We all have lives, and we all have summer that we really need desperately. So I'm asking you to take the next week and see if you can try to prioritize some of the standards for 7th grade. And I would love to meet either Friday of next week or Monday morning of the following week to come to consensus. Then anyone who is willing, on Tuesday morning, we have a middle school, high school meeting. I'm hoping that's the 21st, I believe, about 9 a.m. So if you want to pencil it into your calendar, the more that can meet, the better. Thank you.